Welcome to Two Girls in a Pot. I'm Sharon.
I'm Christy.
Oh my goodness, so good to be back.
It
Feels like
is.
forever, huh?
It does seem like it's been a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know why, but anyway, one of the things we talk about a lot is really doing things that you like to do, finding those things you like to do.
Mhm.
One of the things we love to do is find and support different places in our community,
Yeah, local businesses.
which is really cool. And one of the things I really like about Springs is we have so many really cool places.
We do.
And I don't think there's some that you really don't hear a lot of, it's more word of mouth or whatever. But we've been fortunate because one of the things we do too, and we have our friends Heather and Michael, they like to try out a lot of different restaurants with us. And I always think that's so cool. So we get to try out foods that we normally maybe wouldn't eat or whatever. And then, you kind of find that you like them.
Yeah, and there are quite a few around here that have gained popularity within the community. But even beyond that, I mean, we've had several restaurants and that around here that have been spotlighted on shows like Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives and things like that.
I know, isn't that interesting? I know the pizza 420 or the
Yes.
biscuit company.
Yeah, Slice 420. I believe they were featured on there as well.
Yeah. And another one was Shugs.
And the Spice Island Grill.
Oh my goodness. We got to go to the Spice Island Grill before it closed down. And it had a really neat islandy feel and just it had a neat vibe. And the food was really good. If you like jerk, now it's jerk. So there's a little bit of spice to it, but I liked it.
It was really
You know,
good. It
I
was
didn't,
spicy.
yeah, I didn't think I would like it as much as I did though. Did you?
No, I was actually pleasantly surprised, but it was really good. I was really sad when they did go out of business.
Yeah. For us, I think there's so much of the time, when we go to places, sometimes we go for the ambiance. The feel of it just has this, I don't know, you just want to go hang out there and it just has this really cool vibe.
Yeah. And some of it, sometimes it's more about that even than even the products they serve, which I mean, most of the places that we go, I mean, it's great food and everything, but the atmosphere is just awesome.
Oh my goodness. We would go to a restaurant called Rancho Alegre and we loved it. And one of the reasons why the people there were so friendly, we call it muy gente. They were muy gente. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We would go there for the people. The food was good too, but it was really that warm, welcoming. We got to know everybody there and we're really sad when it closed.
Yeah, they were really personable. And it was one of the restaurants that we found shortly after we first came here. And the owner was just so wonderful, so gracious with us. And we had so many events and things that we did there. We took friends there when they would come to visit. And, if we had celebrations, we would a lot of times have them there.
And the owner and everybody who worked there, just this unbelievable, amazing feel to it. And
Yeah.
so really sad about that, but so grateful that we got the opportunity to spend as much time there as we did.
Yeah.
It was a great feel and great vibe. And the reason why it was important to us too is because we did take a lot of people there. And the people we take there would say the same thing. Oh my God, they're just so friendly. When in the feel of it, like I said, was muy gente. It just had a really amazing feel to it. And we were really sad. But that was something for us. We need to have those spaces we go to keep us on this journey that we're on, finding those things that really resonate with us. And I think that's one of the things I feel resonated with us. It's amazing as people what we do around food. No, food invites conversation.
Yeah.
And I remember I used to run a women's group and they would always ask me, well, you have 100% rate of people attending your thing. You have no shows or cancellation. I said, no, because we do potlucks.
Makes all the difference.
Potlucks and coffee. I'm telling you, it's amazing what that'll bring to you. But it invites conversation. And I think that's one of the other things that I really love about when we go out and we try out these places, whether we do it together or with our friends, is it is that feeling that you belong to a community, but it is also that feeling of making those connections and just finding those places that really resonate with you and it makes you happy.
Yeah. Well, I really love that it's a way to support your community. And then also learning about different cultures in that way and stuff too. So, I mean, there's a restaurant here that is pretty well known and very popular, Edelweiss. We've been there once, but it was great. I mean, I really enjoyed it and it was just interesting.
It's a German restaurant, and a lot of people really it is always busy
Yeah.
because it is really another one of those nice little gems. And also the food is very authentic.
Yeah.
So you go in there and the people were extremely nice. So,
Right.
and I think anytime you find that, it just makes you want to go back. And we keep saying we're going to go back with our friend Sylvia so she can do all the German stuff for us.
You can fill us in on what
Yeah.
to get.
Yeah. Make it even more of an experience. That's really a cool little place. Like I said, Sugar's is another one that everybody tells us about. It's very hard to get into. It's a very small restaurant, but in fact, I just had clients tell me on Wednesday, "Oh my God, you got to go there. It is so good. It's small, but the food is good and the atmosphere is amazing."
Yeah.
So that is so on our list of places to go.
Yeah.
You know.
Another one that I've heard a lot about is the Wobbly Olive. And we haven't been to that location yet either, but I would like to check that one out.
As you can tell, we make a list of places we want to go. And one of the reasons why is once again, when we find those places, we will take people to them. Not too far from where we live, they just opened up the Aspen Grill. Fantastic. Once again, it is the people. The food is great, but my goodness, the people there have just been so amazing. And we've taken a few friends there, and they're like, "Oh, we love it, just love it."
Yeah.
So
It's the Aspen American Bar and Grill, I believe.
yeah.
But yeah, it's really good and just a really nice atmosphere.
And I think the really cool thing is that on all of these things, wherever you're going, you can do it on wherever you're at financially because it's on all of these different ends. One of the places we just absolutely love to go is the Rabbit Hole. It's a little higher end, but oh my goodness.
Of any of the places in Springs, I mean, and we visited a few and there's still a lot more to hit up. The Rabbit Hole is just such a neat experience within itself. So, I mean, the food is amazing.
The staff it's got this amazing vibe to it as well. And it has a really cool history. It has a really cool history. It used to be a morgue. So there's a lot of that stuff around, oh, it was a morgue at one point. Oh, what does that mean? But I mean, how they created this space and it's just phenomenal.
Well, in the restaurant, you have to understand the restaurant's underground. So
Yes.
it's really cool.
So you have to walk down it's really cool because it looks like going into a subway. You go down the stairs and then you go down and then there's the restaurant. So it's just a really cool place.
Yeah.
And it's one of those places that for a special occasion, I would tell people definitely go. And even if it's not, because what do we go there for?
Oh my God. If you have not tried the dessert there, the moon pie is where it's at, y'all.
And y'all might be thinking, moon pie, those moon pies we get at the convenience stores? No.
No.
Oh my goodness.
This is not gas
delicious.
station moon pie. No.
Oh, delectable, delicious. We'll be going there next weekend with a friend of ours. So we're ready.
Looking forward to it.
We're ready. The filet mignon is amazing.
Yeah.
These are the things. And once again, it's the experiences that we get to share with other people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we're talking on here about journeys, when we can invite people into those arenas that mean something to us, that are important to us,
Mm-hmm.
it is so much fun. And then when you get to see their expressions
Yeah.
and see, oh my God, this is so great,
Mhm.
then it's fantastic. And it's what the person who owns the Rabbit Hole also owns a place called Cork and Cask. Now, Cork and Cask is a little bit, oh God, but the feel of it, you have to see it. You have to experience it. It just has one of those other ones that has that neat vibe. The decor of it is kind of a little bit different. Kind of, I don't even know how you would call it. I don't even know what you would call it.
Yeah.
It just is amazing. And if you're listening and you hear these names, go check out their websites and stuff. Amazing places. They are more of you get the menu, it's about this thick and it's all different wines and
Drink menu. Yeah.
whiskeys and bourbons and
Yeah.
you name it, tequilas and all of that. And then they have some specialty drinks. And then they have some really cool that
They have just like hors d'oeuvres and that kind of thing, but it's such a good restaurant and so unique in its style. It's really cool.
it is. And if you don't want hors d'oeuvres, you can go to Dos Santos next door.
Great tacos.
We took our friend to that too, and I was really happy because she really, really liked it, and she really liked Cork and Cast too. So, just anytime you can take people and share those experiences with them,
Mhm.
it is such an amazing, amazing thing. And I love that we've had that opportunity living in Colorado Springs. We've been able to go to a lot of different places and share those experiences with a lot of different people. And you find those little gems, and it's just an amazing, amazing experience when you get to have them, and then when you get to share that experience. For me,
Mhm.
I know for Rabbit Hole though, you do have to make reservations.
Yeah, that's
It
a
is
reservation only.
it is not a huge place,
Mm-mm.
but man, you go in there and you can just see everybody, the vibe in there. Everybody is just having a great time.
Mhm.
It's amazing. They have a great pear martini too.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it is really good.
They have interesting drinks like a lot of them
I
have
think the
that.
White Rabbit.
Yeah, so they have a lot of the Alice in Wonderland theme to it,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so that has the Alice in Wonderland theme, and then you go over to Cork and Casket and it has a whole different theme, and then there's Shame and Regret, which is another one on there. It's all part of that same group.
Kind of the confessional kind of feel, and it's off the alley, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's one of those, you got to go down the alley and you turn in and you go in the door,
Yeah.
and then you look and there's the wall of shame or whatever.
Yeah, and there's another one that, I guess they're part owners in too, and we haven't been there, and that's the Shrunken Head Tiki Bar. So that one sounds like a really interesting experience too, so I'm excited to check them out at some point.
We are. And then what was the other one? Illusions Downtown.
So Illusions is not owned by the same
No.
people, I don't believe,
No.
but they do themes every month. So if you haven't heard
Or
of them,
more than every 3 months, I think it is.
oh yeah, I think it is every quarter. And they have 2 different locations. And right now I believe their theme is like Mario Brothers.
Brothers.
But we went when it was Lord of the Rings. And that was such a neat experience. I should post some of the video that I took.
Yeah, we will do that. But you know what? That one is really cool too. It's not very big either.
Mm-mm.
These are all, when we talk about this, that one is even smaller than the others that we mentioned.
Yeah.
But it was so cool because they had Gollum, and then the drinks were done in these really cool cups. And
Yeah.
it was one of those really amazing places to go and to experience. And we went with a friend of ours, and that's one of the other ones. And it depends on the theme as to if we go there, who we take there. But it was another one of those places that is this nice little hidden gem. And it has another one of those really neat feels to it. And they did that up so cool for Lord of the Rings. And,
Yeah.
and we are big Lord of the Rings fans.
Yeah.
So for us, we kind of geeked a little bit, but it's all good.
Yeah.
But that's kind of a neat thing, as we talk sometimes and we have friends come in, we really take time to think about this friend and what in those areas do we want would we want them to experience.
And yeah, it's kind of neat because there's such a variety of things that you can kind of gear it differently to whomever. You can tailor it to whomever you have visiting or whatever. Because some people, will like the bar and grill feel, and some people not so much. You want something a little more sophisticated, or I don't know. But I think it's really cool that there is such, a diverse range of options out there.
And I think that's the other thing there is. And, when you go down, so if you've never been to Springs, Tejon is like our downtown area. And they have all of these really cool places. They have a gastropub down there that was just really amazing.
Really good food.
And that was a little bit different because, a friend of ours, Sylvia, it was her birthday, and she said, "You guys come join us," where they're like, okay. And it turned out to be a really fun place, a really great little restaurant down there. So on Tejon, there's just so many different kinds of restaurants there that are just have different feels to them, and they're favorites of locals and stuff like that. And I always say, if you're going to places, go try the local stuff versus the chain stuff.
Yeah. There's a lot of different things to try, and that's one of the things I love about Springs is that there are so many different things you can try out. I feel like throughout our state, it's really, there's just so many things to experience. A lot of times when I talk to people, especially back east, because I have family back east, that they're like, "Oh, I'm jealous. You're out in Colorado." And I can see why, because man, do we have the beauty and, I love Colorado anyway, but there's so many things to do here. We're talking about even coming up pretty soon. We were going to go visit Bishop's Castle.
Hmm.
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
That's another one. If you haven't gone there and if you're in Colorado or around Colorado Springs, it's not too far from here. It's another one of those things. There's just so much in this area, and it's not just about experiencing the food and drink. There's so much more. You go out, you enjoy, you hike. There's all kinds of hiking stuff here, but there's also those that Bishop's Castle is a very unique thing. This man has been building this castle since I want to say the 70s or something.
Hmm.
We'll know more when we go, but even the pictures I've seen have just been phenomenal. And he does it on his own, and it's still a work in progress.
Hmm.
So how cool is that? So we're really excited about that. We have that up and coming. We did the rail ride, the bike rail. That was another cool thing that, just like,
Down in South Fork and the Valley, that's where you're originally from.
Mhm.
A lot of things are changing there. There's a lot of different things to check out there too. And one of the restaurants that we visited down there, I believe it's the Tap House and Grill.
Oh my goodness, yes.
That was really good. I really
Was.
enjoyed it, and the wait staff was great. I felt like it was, just a really fun hangout.
One of my clients were traveling through, and they said, when we go through Del Norte, where should we stop to eat? And I said, well, if you like pizza, Three Barrels, it's a brew place, and people really, we don't do beer or anything like that, but they love the beer there, the brews there. So it's a brewery and stuff. And so people really, really like that.
It's
Um,
always packed every time we
oh,
come through
yes.
there.
We ate there for the class reunion once,
Yeah.
at one point, and then we ate over at the Mexican restaurant.
Cavallos.
Yeah. And
Interesting little story about that when we went to Cavallos.
yeah,
Yeah, so the last time that we were down there a couple weeks ago.
we took a friend because we like to, when we say that, we really mean that. We love to share experiences with our family and friends. We love to invite them on this journey that we're on and share those things with them. And so we took Lori with us.
Yeah, and we went in and sat down, and Sharon elbows me and she's like, "Hey, did you notice that?" And I look down at the table and she says, "Look, it says Rancho Alegre across the top." Well, the tables, if you're okay, so we were talking about we used to go to Rancho Alegre here in Springs all the time. The tables were very unique. They were like a painting scene.
Yes.
It was just
Beautiful artwork on them.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And they said Rancho Alegre on the top. So we were like, "Where did you get these tables?" We asked the waiter when he came, and he says, my uncle
Went
went
and
to
bought 'em.
Springs and he bought them from this man up there. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, how cool is that? The tables that we had so many events on and so many good times end up in your hometown.
I
And
know.
here we are having dinner here on these tables again." I think that's kind of cool.
I know. It was kind of emotional for us.
Yeah. I mean, because we've had so many celebrations and things.
Yeah,
where-
and to see that, and to see that they're still getting use, and so it's still gonna
Yeah.
kind of live on and stuff, and yeah, in my hometown, that was really amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's just, there's just so much to do, and to experience those things with other people. It's anytime you go on a trip, and maybe you've gone on the trip before and you think, oh wow, this is really cool, but then when you get to go on the trip with people you love and care about, and you get to see how you see it through their eyes.
Yes.
Well, that's how it is with food,
Mhm.
and food and drink. You get to see them having that experience, and it's shared experience, and it's,
I think that it's really cool because it can be a whole different experience for you
oh yeah.
through that experience, seeing them experience it for the first time and sharing your thoughts about it and just good conversation and fun times.
The other cool thing that they do here is that they almost look like a warehouse.
Yeah, there used to be the eatery and now there's only the one. It's called Coati. And they have several restaurants inside it. It's like this giant warehouse thing, but there's like places, throughout to sit and stuff. And different restaurants incorporated throughout. And one of our favorite places in there is Luchal's.
Oh, they have the best gluten-free shrimp. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It is so delectable. I can't even tell you. Delectable, delectable.
Yeah, there's not a lot of places that it seems like that you can go you can get something that has a batter that's gluten-free.
And
So,
the flavor.
but yeah,
Oh my God. The flavor is amazing. I'm always about flavor, but I'm about plating.
they do really good with that.
I'm always like, oh, it's a plating here. That has a really neat thing too, because you can go that each thing you can get that there's like chicken, burgers, wraps,
Oh yeah, they have lots of things.
the drinks that are like they don't have boba there, but they have other ones.
Yeah, there's like all different kinds of and popsicles, and you can get all kinds of things
Things to
added
put on
to,
and
and yeah, it's a really cool little place.
it was really kind of cool when we went there. We went there with our friend Sandra. And so we ordered and she went and ordered some of this. I don't even know what it was.
Chamoy something.
I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, so she's there like, try it. And or they're like, I don't know. She goes, just try it. So we did. Oh my goodness.
It's really good, and you've
Freaking
wanted to go
delicious.
back several times, and we
I know.
haven't.
I keep telling them, we got to go back and get that. We got to go back and get that. That was so good.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's on our list too.
And we would be remiss if we did not do a
Yeah,
shout out
To
to
the roll
Roll
up.
Yes, if
The
if
roll
you
up.
don't know, we've had the owner on in a previous episode,
Bryce.
Stillingham, and we have been to the restaurant a few times. He has been expanding it and just making it better and better.
Oh my goodness, it's another popular place. And they have
Yes.
such unique foods there.
They do. The Birria is wonderful.
Yes.
If you have not tried it, you should check it out.
We really, I was, it started out as a food truck. So that's why it's called the roll up. And he had been cooking. I don't know. He's still cooking out of the roll up. I don't know. They're working on that.
They're
We're hoping that the kitchen opens soon because it looks beautiful. We got to see it a few weeks ago and it looks amazing. And we just are so happy for him. And, but Bryce has some really good chefs there. And I am telling you, the food, y'all go with a good appetite.
Yeah.
Because if you watch they're huge.
Yeah.
They are not baby portions. They are
Right.
not for the weak.
Yeah, and he's expanding and doing all kinds of things. I guess he's got comedy night and things like that.
Yeah.
He's been doing. So they're on Facebook, and so you should check them out.
Yeah. And they're located in
Fountain.
Fountain.
Yeah, a Security Whitefield, I believe it is.
Yeah. So that's another one. If you're listening, if you haven't tried them out, oh my goodness, go try them out. It's funny because I'm talking to my clients one day and they're like, oh, they were describing. I said, wait a minute, that's from the roll up. And they go, you know the roll up? And I go, yeah, I know the roll up. And then I was talking to several of my clients will run down there and eat at the roll up and they love it.
Yeah.
Love it, love it. And I think that's what's really cool. Once again, he's living his dream, man. This is his journey. He's putting a lot of his heart and soul into this. And we are so excited for him.
Yeah.
And like I said, we don't get down there, but we will make special trips down there just to go eat down there because the food really is good.
Yeah.
The fries were good.
Yeah.
You get like their fries, you get all different kinds of stuff with your fries.
Yeah, and we haven't even tried the breakfast, which is like an all-day thing. They do breakfast all day, and I hear it's excellent.
I saw one of the burritos they made. Oh my goodness. It's like huge.
Yeah.
Huge. You could feed a small family with it, or a very hungry person. I don't know. But yeah, that's another place that is really, really good. And yeah. And I think for everybody, if you live in communities, get out, learn about the communities, learn about the different places and supporting those local people because it's a lot of work what people do, and it's their passion.
I love that the news here will even do spots, do a highlight on local businesses and especially ones that are just starting up. And that I know there's a new wine bar up north that sounds like really good too.
I kind of checked it out a little bit. It looks really, really cool. It's higher end, but the views, and that's the thing here. too. A
Mhm.
lot of restaurants here really strategically place their stuff because of the views.
Mhm.
And that's one of them that has just amazing views. So,
Yeah, you have a lot of them that are situated just right to have a beautiful view of Pikes Peak.
and we've been to some other ones. What was the one at Garden of the Gods? Is that just Garden of the Gods restaurant? Which was kind of
Might
cool.
be.
Yeah, I think that's what's it's kind of cool because it has you have a restaurant, but then it has a section where you can go buy products. So you can go buy some of the food and stuff. It's a little more healthy stuff. We've tried a lot of vegan places because of our friend Kathy G is vegan. So we've
Mhm.
tried a lot of that elephant Thai.
I love elephant Thai. It's so
Oh
good.
my goodness.
I love that they have a whole separate menu for gluten-free and a whole separate menu for vegan. It's pretty cool. And the staff's great.
They are. The food is good. They're
Mhm.
just getting ready to move locations,
Yeah,
which is okay. We'll follow them. Thai satay.
really good too.
Because what do you always want to get there?
The the pad thai.
No, the soup.
Oh yeah, tom yum. Mm.
Yes, we keep looking for new places. I know that the one who owns Cork and Cask and that are getting ready to open up a pool hall.
Gonna have professional tables and just regular. So it's yeah, I guess it's
Darts, but it's going to have
a lounge area.
yeah, and oh, so excited about that. Sad that the Tattered Cover went out of business here and they took over that spot. But once again, we're happy that something else is going in there that sounds really something right up our alley. So we're
Yeah,
so excited for that to open as well.
the Crooked Q.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. I can already tell.
Yeah.
They have such a neat eclectic feel to them for
They
all
do.
of their spaces that they create.
Mhm.
Whoever helps them create it, whatever they do, one of the most amazing jobs of the places that we have been.
Yeah.
I really feel like there's just something about the way they do things,
Yeah.
you know.
I agree. It
And
definitely creates a really cool ambiance.
yes, and I think the other thing that's so cool about when you go into some of these places is you can see that you can feel the energy of the people there. They're just having this really great, amazing time.
Mhm.
Just amazing, amazing time.
Mhm.
And I think that's the thing that's important is to realize that it's all about the fun that you get to have, the memories you get to create. We're always saying to people, create memories. There's a lot of stuff that's going to come and it's going to go and it's going to do this and it's going to do that. But the memories that we get to create with the people that we love and to be able to promote other business because that's what we're in this for is to help each other out.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter what the business is. You do the best that you can to support them. And do we have some smaller businesses that are closing and stuff? Yeah, and that's kind of sad, but hopefully it's not the end for them. A place called Icons. Unfortunately, they had to shut down, but they just found a new place, so they should be opening back up again. There was some fire damage because another building, another business had caught fire, so it caused enough damage to them that they can't reopen there. So we're looking forward to that. It's catered more, not necessarily to the LGBTQ plus community,
Mhm.
but what's really cool about that place is the bartenders go and sing.
Yes, and it's been a while since we've been, but the last time we went, that person was a phenomenal singer.
Yes, so how fun is that? You go in. Oh, and we love the artwork. They had the Golden Girls, they had Dolly Parton,
Yeah,
just those iconic people.
right. It is a really neat place. I'm not sure where the new one is opening up. I have not heard, but
They talked about it. It's still down in the same location, but they're in the process of remodeling it, and it's gonna be kind of cool because they're gonna add a little dance floor to it is what I see according to the owners and stuff. So how
oh,
exciting for, that.
cool. So it wasn't too far off Tejon before, so
No, this will be on Tejon.
okay.
So yeah, so when one thing ends, something else begins. Club Q, of course, this is Pride Month. We had the horrific thing happen at Club Q and that, so it shut down. But they did open up the Q at the Satellite Hotel. We have not been there. We haven't been to it yet, but we do hope to support that as well. Any of these places that we can support, we definitely do our best to do that. And you know what we love is there's so many more left.
Yeah, there's a lot of new ones to check out. It's so hard because I always like to go back to our favorites, especially Cork and Cask, that being our number one. If you haven't been there, they have outdoor fire pits.
You need
And
s'mores,
you
man.
yeah, they have the s'mores kit so you can make s'mores out there if you want. It's just a neat hangout.
In that whole little area right there, because there's Cork and Cast, Dos Santos, an ice cream place, the pizza place, Slice 420.
Well, right around the corner, shortly right around the corner is Streetcar 520, I believe
Yes.
it's called.
We've been there too. That's another good one.
Yeah.
And it's in such a small area, you can walk to everything. And that's what the cool thing about Tejon is. You get down there, you can just walk around, enjoy it.
There's
And
lots to see.
there is, and just like these little cute little shops, there's something for everyone.
None of that area is very far from the new soccer field, Widener Field, and they have lots of stuff going on there. Not just soccer games; they have concert coming
little
up.
festival things.
Yeah, lots of things coming up. I heard that July 13th they have several DJs that are going to be there and have a dance party, and so there's a lot of really cool things going on in our community, and I think it's really cool when we can support those kinds of things. I think it's not too far either from the Olympic Museum down there.
Yeah, it is.
And I've heard really good things about that. We haven't been there either.
No, and I think that's kind of the cool thing is there's always something to explore. And as we talk about on our podcast, it's about the journeys that we're on and how do we connect and give back and make those memories that we're talking about, are so important. And like I said, we're always so excited when people come and visit. Now we have more people who come and visit since we've lived in Springs than anywhere else we've ever lived. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where we've lived.
Well, there's so many cool things to see here. Well, besides us, But we usually end up, if somebody comes to visit, we'll take them to Cheyenne Mountain Zoo sometimes too. That's like the number 2 zoo in the
One or
US
two
or
in
something.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, the other place I forgot is the school that they converted.
Oh yeah. I know there are several places within that location. Yeah, but yeah, it's an old school building and it's been changed into there's multiple restaurants inside in that. Axe and Oak
is
I
there
believe.
in there. And
Or
they
Oak and Axe, I'm not sure.
yeah. But they make their own different whiskeys and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
it's got a really cool vibe too, because it's like, oh my God, I'm back in school. And so
Yeah.
it's kind of neat because there's you go into the bathrooms and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, literally like the lockers and it's still there. It's interesting.
That's another place that has a lot of little different places in it that you can eat. And it's kind of cool that they've taken these places and instead of just leaving them boarded up and doing stuff like that, they're creating these spaces for people to get together and to do things. And in fact, the Elvira went to school there.
Yeah.
And her mom has a shop or something. Yeah. So when
Her mom used to have a costume shop here somewhere. But when we had
the Comic-Con last year, she came back home
mm-hmm.
and she was here and she went back over to the schoolhouse and
visited some of the local places that she
so that was kind of cool. So that was a little bit of stuff, I didn't realize she was from here. So that was kind of neat to find that out and and to come back home and promote. And of course, we have the UFC bantamweight champion who lives here, Raquel Pennington, and her wife, Tisha Pennington, who just competed and is back at UFC. So many things that go on here in Springs, and it's just amazing. We have AJ Ruff with LFA fighting tomorrow night, so we're excited about that. And when we talk about community, what's really cool is when Bryce hosted at the Roll Up kind of a fundraiser for AJ. They've been friends for years and that friendship is still there and he supports him so much. And how cool is that? So we got to go have some food again. We had a reason there, like food isn't a good reason.
Right.
But that's what I mean. There's just so much to do. And whether you're coming to Colorado Springs and, we've given you some ideas for places to go or things to do, if it's in your community, make those memories, make those connections, support those local businesses. It's so important to their success. people work hard at what they do
Yeah.
to bring something to the community. And so that's why this is so important to us is the giving back and really showcasing those places because there's culture in it. There's just,
Amazing fun times to be had.
yes, that's the most important thing is you get to have these amazing fun times. And as always, we love sharing different things with you guys because this is our journey. And I would always tell Christy, I don't want to live in Colorado Springs. And I don't know why, because as a kid, it just seemed like longing forever. I don't know. Now it is my home and I love Colorado Springs. And of course, I'm a native Colorado and I love Colorado. And to be able to showcase some of my home state, and to talk about these things and to share them with the audience is just really amazing. And it's something, like I said, if you guys are in Colorado Springs, check out some of the places that we talked about. You will not be disappointed,
Right.
And as always, we are so grateful for you tuning in with us. And once again, if you are here, check it out, Hey, hit us up on our Facebook or
You can find us at twogirlsinapod.com. Subscribe there and you will get emails whenever we have a new podcast posted. You can catch the podcast on any platform wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find Two Girls in a Pod Life's Journey on Facebook and Instagram, and Adventures of Two Girls in a Pod on
YouTube.
YouTube.
As always, we ask for your support. Subscribe, comment. If you're in Springs and you're driving through Springs and you send a quick DM us and say, hey, we're in Springs. Where are these places? What is this like? Hey, we're there. We're down for that. We love it. Share your ideas, places that you love to go to. Share that with other people. Let them experience that same joy that you get.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about, spreading that positivity, spreading those things that bring joy to our life and sharing it and making those connections. And as always, we are so grateful for you. We appreciate you and thank you. And we will be back next week. Bye.
Bye.